everyone else watching this, I'm back. Let me turn this down with another video. Sorry for the lag. You know, it's been a long time. Didn't mean it to be. Life. That's all I can say. Life. Back with 2 videos at least. And if I promise to do a video, and I know I've at least promised to do one other video than these, I'll get to it eventually. Anyway, I hope everybody out there is doing well. A couple people were curious about this album, so I decided I'd play the first track. I showed this on the last Thrift Store Finds. Smash Flops, That's What You Got, and that was a great tune. When the Hindenburg Lands Today was sort of funny. Anyway, that's what we just heard, and that's what we're listening to. And I'm going to do some more Thrift Store Finds. That's what this video is all about. Once again, hope everybody's doing well and are not as sick of the winter as I am. I've been watching Ron over at Hog's Ear Report, and he's been in the mid-70s or hotter. Well, I've been getting snow every day. Thanks, Ron. Anyway, here we go. I don't want to make this video too long. I've got a bunch of stuff to show, Thrift Store Finds. We're going to start with a couple cassettes. I don't buy many cassettes, but these are in really nice condition and little odder titles. Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians, Perspex Island. These are all 29 cents a piece, so I picked them up. The Burns Sisters, Songs of the Heart. This is local to the Ithaca area, and they were quite popular at one point, maybe still are. I think they're down to 3 sisters now. But, I don't know, this could be a flipper. A couple things I bought, I may try to flip. Timbuk 3's first album. This is the one with The Future So Bright, You Gotta Wear Shades. They had a second album too, but I didn't bother with that. Second cassette. Annie DeFranco, Not So Soft. Just interesting titles, so I thought I'd pick them up. I don't even have a cassette deck working at the moment, but this is probably the best of the lot. Dennis Wilson, and his Pacific, Ocean Blue. These, like I said, all look like they're brand new. So, pick those up. And a few 45s here, just to very quickly rattle them off. Peter Schilling with Major Tom, of course, taking off on Bowie, which at the time he said he'd never heard. Yeah, right. Bruce Springsteen, Brilliant Disguise. Elvis Costello did a great cover of this, but in the picture sleeve, backed with Lucky Man. Kinks on Flashback, Destroyer, backed with Come Dancing. Gosh, this is so small. Oh, Frank Sinatra. I do not have this, believe it or not. Theme from New York, New York. Not that I really want it, but. And You and Me on the B-side. Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. Just most of this is typical 80s stuff. You Might Think, The Cars on a reissue 45 with Magic on the B-side. Eric Carmen, Make Me Lose Control, back with his original version of That's Rock and Roll. Of course, Eric Carmen had a hit. Eric Carmen, Sean Cassidy had a hit with that. USA for Africa, of course, featuring Dan Aykroyd on vocals. Pretenders, back-to-back hits, back on the Chain Gang with My City Was Gone. The only problem with that is that was the original B-side of Back to the Chain Gang. So I'm not sure why it's back-to-back hits. But there you go anyway. And Pet Shop Boys, It's a Sin. A picture sleeve with You know, whatever you want, where, I can't read that, it's so small. You guys might be able to read it. Small and it's dark. Okay, that does it for 45s. I've made no preparation for this video. Oh no, it doesn't. There's one more. Clearly I've made no preparation. Bengals, Walk Like an Egyptian. I'm a big Bengals fan. I've never had this 45. Angels Don't Fall in Love is the B-side. I'm weird because I thought every Bengals 45 and somehow I missed that one. Okay. So today I went to a thrift store, picked up one CD, big deal. I'm not showing CDs. I've picked up a few. Nothing exciting. And one record. I almost never buy one record. I always try to find at least 3 at the one store because they're 3 for $1. They're 50 cents otherwise. But I couldn't find anything. So, but I did want this. El Kiola, Sounds for Spies and Private Eyes on United Artists. Cover's in decent shape. Record's in slightly better shape than the cover. It's in nice shape, actually. And I think that's El Kiola there, maybe. That's definitely him on the back. You know, he is a really good guitar player. Did loungy kind of stuff, but good guitar player on United Artists. And I use this kind of stuff for background music on my podcast all the time, and even as the 4th track. For any of you that ever listen know that the 4th track I play is always an instrumental. Because nobody plays instrumentals anymore. So, anyway. And then last week, picked up 3 records. It has been dry. The week before wasn't. I'll get there in a minute. But I see this 45. In fact, I saw it today, Beat the Crap. But I've never seen the album before. Kayu Sakamoto's Sukiyaki and other Japanese hits. See the 45 all the time. Never see the record, the album. So there you go, and it's in nice shape. Cover's a little dirty, but the record is nice. Capitol Records. That is mono. And like I said, never saw that. So this was at the 3 for $1 store. So I picked up Art Garfunkel's Breakaway. Just, it was in decent shape. Don't have it. Don't really need it, but. And John Fahey's Guitar Soli Christmas album in shrink. And this again could be a flipper. I don't know. I'll see. Still got the original price sticker on it. It was an F, whatever an F was. And its original plastic sleeve on Tacoma Records. So, anyway, these two, like I said, I really picked up. Just, I don't like buying just one, especially when they're 3 for $1. So, okay, and then I can't remember, I think this is the week before at the same store. I haven't made one of these in a while. Make Your Way for Dionne Warwick. This is one of her early albums. I don't know if it's her first, but it's early. It says Don't Make Me Over on it. They Long to Be Close to You before the Carpenters did it. Of course, it's going to be on Scepter Records. Still in the original plastic sleeve that everybody loves. Nice shape. All of these records, if the covers aren't perfect, the records were all in really nice shape. And it was the first time they'd had anything new at that store in quite a while. Robin Lane and the Chartbusters, finding some rock and roll for a change, but that will change in a minute in the video. I don't remember them a lot. I know that I like them, but it's been a long time since I've heard them. Punky, but more rocky, I think, than punk. Original inner sleeve. Clearly not an original copy on that Warner Brothers label. At least I don't think it is. I think they would have still been using the Burbank label, as I call it, at that point in time. Bought this one just for the cover. Jonas Jones had some of the best covers ever. Swinging on Broadway. Get a nice shot of that there. Jonas Jones. His music isn't anything amazing. Like I said, really good covers. He's on Capitol too, I think. This is on a Starline Capitol label. Bought this for one reason and one reason only. It's Perry Como in Quad, 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 Quad. Chris at Dixieland Farm does that. I love that. So, hello Chris. And this is a much later one. The Most Beautiful Girl he does. That gives you an idea of the time. This is 72, 73. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Well, he does Behind Closed Doors too. Does a Charlie Rich songbook from the early 70s. And there's the RCA Quad label. This thing is in really nice shape. One more quad to come in a minute. Yusef Lateef, Gentle Giant, sax player. Don't know a lot about him. Not a big jazz guy, but I want to learn. So I pick him up when I see him. Still in Shrink. On Atlantic Records. And yeah. Webb Pierce, the great songs of Webb Pierce. I love In the Jailhouse Now. He did the original, and I picked this up because it's on here in my album. I have it on his original album, and it's not in very good shape. Hoping that this will sound a little bit better. Webb Pierce, of course, In the Jailhouse Now, featured in the what's the name of that movie? The movie with the Soggy Bottom Boys. Can't think of the name of the movie. You guys know what it is. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? There you go. The Things I Love in Hi-Fi, The Three Sons with Pipe Organ, another classic sort of lounge album cover, which is, again, why I bought it. These guys were on RCA, and it's in living stereo. Got the original RCA sleeve. That's always a good sign. It's in stereo. When you see albums with their original sleeves, it's always a good sign. Rarely are they trashed. Once in a while. How does this happen, by the way? I might have brought this up before. How do you find records at a thrift store with a cover that looks like it was made yesterday, and you open the record up and it looks like it got run over by a Mack truck? How does that happen? Keely Smith, Be My Love. Keely, of course, who recently passed away, actually the end of last year, at the age of 89, I think, something like that. Of course, worked with Louis Prima extensively in the from the early 50s through the late 50s, and then went to Dot, as he did. Weirdly enough, they both went to the same label. There they are right there. Original Dot inner sleeve. And the stuff on Dot's okay. Her Warner Brothers stuff is better. Her Capitol stuff is really good. But her Warner's might be her best solo stuff. Keely Smith. We flip this wonderful record over. I know it's so good that we want to hear more of it. Well, where are we? Nat King Cole, At the Sands. Do not have this. It's his only live album. And it was in nice shape. The cover, again, is a little dirty. The record's in nice shape. I won't show you its Capitol label. Original in the sleeve. And gatefold's not fantastic, but there you go. Rocky Burnett. For those of a certain age who remember his one hit, Tired of Towing the Line. The son of, I think it's Billy Burnett. But it's either Billy or Johnny's son. But I think T-Bone Burnett is Johnny Burnett's son, and Billy Burnett. But they could even be brothers. I'm not sure of that family tie thing at all. But anyway, he had a big hit. Tired of Towing the Line, a little bit rockabilly sounding on EMI Records. Walter Carlos, Switched on Bach 2. This is classical music done with a synthesizer. I love that kind of stuff. And not much to say about it other than that. It is on the Columbia Classics label, which probably looks like a black dot. It's dark in here. It's the middle of the night, by the way. But this is when I'm up these days. And the sun isn't blistering through my window. Not that the sun comes out anymore, but... Okay, now I got a quick story to tell. I'm manic tonight, aren't I? A little bit manic, a little bit manic. Okay, so, the other day I was on my way to work, I got something to eat, and I stopped at the first thrift store I stop at, which the record's usually about 29 cents. It's 7 o'clock on a Friday night. It's been open all day, and it's a Friday night. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to find anything in here, but I'm just going to kill a few minutes and look around. And I'm looking at DVDs and the CDs and that kind of stuff. I look down at the records below them, and I see a record that wasn't there the last time. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something here. But how did it survive all day? And then I started looking more and more, and this is one of the top 5 best finds altogether as a group that I've ever found at a thrift store. And I'm like, how did this survive all day long? They're going to get progressively better, but this was the first album I saw. Starburst, 2-record set on K-Tel, late 70s. I collect K-Tel albums, and this thing is in really nice shape. And 29 cents. All of these were 29 cents. I already have this. This is actually better than my copy I bought new. So, I was like, wow. Star Power. There was a lot of hits on this. When I was, this is the early 80s. When I was a DJ, well, I wasn't a DJ, but when I was on the radio a little bit in high school, this would be a go-to album for me. So this would be late 70s, actually, not early 80s. Late 70s. Mr. Go On in Shrink. Another one I bought is a possible flip. But again, 29 cents, still in shrink. Partially anyway. It's coming apart a little bit, but Loverboy's second album, in shrink with the hype sticker. Not a Loverboy fan at all. This I definitely bought. Possibly flip. There's the track list. Original price sticker, original height, original inner sleeve. These records are all in really nice shape. And I'm like, how have these survived all day long? But it got better. The Lonesome Jubilee, still in shrink, John Cougar Mellencamp. This has a Paper and Fire on it. Check It Out is on this one. Cherry Bomb is on this one. Yeah. West, Bruce, and Lang. Whatever Turns You On. Now I know Leslie West and Jack Bruce. I didn't have time to look and see who Lang is. But still in shrink and in quad. So I was like, holy cow, I'm taking this home. And this thing is in really nice shape. Original inner sleeve with all the quad equipment you can buy to play this quad record. More about quad on the back. Quad is quadraphonic, by the way, for anybody out there that doesn't know. And it's on Columbia's quadraphonic label. And very happy to find that. Again, 29 cents. But it gets better. Chicago's first album. It's got some ringwear. Cover's not great. But, in fact, I have a couple copies. But this would be my best copy. Gatefold, 2-record set. Original inner sleeves. It's dirty, but nice shape. And then behind that, something I don't have, Chicago's second album. Same thing. Cover's got a little bit of ringwear, but gatefold, and again, records are in very nice shape. Not that you can see that, but Trust me, they are. So very happy with that. Rare Earth Ecology. Getting some ring wear on the cover. Not the best cover in the world. Record's really nice. And check out this Motown inner sleeve. It's got a couple tears in the inner sleeve, but really cool original Motown inner sleeve. Because it's on Rare Earth Records, which was distributed by Motown. That is the right inner sleeve. The FM soundtrack, I have one, but again, really nice shape. Maybe not, maybe about comparable with mine. My cover might be slightly better, but for 29 cents, 2-record set. If you don't know what this is, Linda Ronstadt, Jimmy Buffett. This was a movie in the late 70s. Dan Fogelberg's on the soundtrack. Steely Dan. Linda Ronstadt is actually in the movie. And I didn't even know it has, maybe I knew at the time, it has a poster. I don't even know if I have the poster. It has the poster. So, I don't know. It might be a flipper, might not. On MCA Records. But for 29 cents, I wasn't leaving it there. And a couple more, and they're getting better. George Thorogood live. And of course, he does all of his hits on this album. It's got Who Do You Love? Nighttime, I Drink Alone, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. You don't even need more than that. It's got the Madison time on it. On EMI America Records. Again, really nice shape on this. Now we're getting to the even better stuff. Steve Winwood, Jim Capaldi, Dave Mason, Chris Wood, Rick Gretsch, blah blah blah. Welcome to the Canteen. Never had this record before. 29 cents. Really nice shape. That United Artists label, which leads me to believe it may be an original. So, very happy to add that to my collection. But now the last two were the two that blew me away. I've always wanted both of these records and never had them. This one I find, but it's always about 20 bucks, and I never really want to spend 20 bucks on it. The History of Eric Clapton, 2-record set, covers to about 71, 72 maybe. I think Layla's on it, so maybe it goes to 72. On the Adco label, really nice shape. Cover's a little dirty, but overall, I'm not going to complain for 29 cents. Again, 2-record set. You've got a lot of bluesy stuff on here, plus like Blues Power is on here, Layla, Sunshine of Your Love, Crossroads, Badge. There's your track listing. So very happy to find that, especially for 29 cents. And the last album is one I actually have been looking for a long time. Every time I see a copy at a reasonable price, it's not in good shape at all. And otherwise they want a fortune for it. And it's not that rare. But finding it for 29 cents. Pete Townshend's first solo album, Who Came First? 29 cents. This has the original version of Pure and Easy on it. Or maybe it's the second version, I can't remember. But I have heard this a long time ago, and I remember I really liked it. It seems like it's mellow for Townsend. But that's it. And he was hanging out with Yaba Baba Yogi. I forget the guy's name. But hanging out with that guy. And this is on Track Records, on the Silver Track label. And extremely happy to find this. especially for 29 cents. Now the thing about this store is they have a bunch of records that they keep in their case that are priced higher. And the two that we're showing, you have to ask to look at them, but you could see two of them, and they were Tammy Wynette records. Now, the Tammy Wynette records were $2.99, and these two records were 29 cents. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, you should just price everything the same and just do that. I mean, come on. Yeah, I don't want to spend $3 for a Tammy Wynette record. I don't think so. Anyway, nothing wrong with Tammy Wynette, but not when I can get that kind of stuff. Anyway, okay, that's my thrift store finds. I hope everybody out there is well. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And I'll be back with a regular finds video. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Hope everybody is staying warm, but not too warm, Ron. And take care, everybody. Bye.